All right, weather now and potentially bad news for the already flooded parts of West Michigan.
Chief Meteorologist George Lessons begins our team coverage now with a look at tonight's possible storms. George.
All the warnings have been lifted in terms of rainfall, but look at how much rain we have picked up over the last 3 days or so. We have now got a surplus. If you remember last week, we were running about an 1.5 inch deficit. We're now 4 3/4 surplus, and we've made up pretty much all the ground since the first of the year. Here are some of the rainfall reports since last Thursday. Over 7 inches in Hopkins and in Caledonia. Many areas 4.5 to as much as 6.5 inches of rain over that 3-day period. Rivers have come up dramatically. Last week they were in the red and orange, which means they were very low, and now they're in the blue and black. These are some of the highest stream flows for this time of year, and because of that we have the river coming up so high there in Comstock Park. There is a river flood warning through Thursday evening, but of course the folks can deal with that. But look at the rise in Comstock Park, reaching 12.4 feet here later on tomorrow evening, and then it gradually comes down later on this week. Here's the Grand River rise. It's expected to go up to 16 feet. Last time we were this high was back in 2019 when we were about 15.72. There are more showers and storms on the radar that could put down some heavier rainfall, and also coming up out of Illinois. So later on this evening, later on tonight, more of these scattered storms, and this will continue on through Wednesday morning. Right now, temperatures are very muggy into the mid and upper 70s, and 84 now out at the airport here in Grand Rapids. Dropping down to 68 overnight, 82 tomorrow, and at least we'll get a chance to dry out later in the day on Wednesday. But will that hold through the 4th of July holiday weekend? Stay tuned for that coming up. Well, 3 days of flooding rains, and to cap it off on Saturday afternoon, we had severe weather here in West Michigan with 4 confirmed tornadoes here in West Michigan. 13 WEATHERBALL is blinking bright. We have showers and thunderstorms in sight. Chances are there could be some strong winds with any one of those thunderstorms tonight and tomorrow. It's also green, no change to the tropical weather pattern foreseen. This view sponsored by Countryside Greenhouse of Allendale. Made it up into the low and even mid 80s, and updating our temperature here in Grand Rapids, we're now at 84 degrees. That's just within 3 degrees of our forecast high. We've done that 4 days in a row. Let's take a look at the tornado paths. These were over the weekend. This was Ionia County #1. It only lasted 2 minutes, but it did produce 75-mile-per-hour winds from North Broadway Road on into the center part of that county. Also, Ionia County #2. This was the stronger of the two with 90-mile-per-hour winds. It went 4.5 miles over about a 5-minute period. So this is moving at about 60 miles per hour. There was also one up in Mecosta County that was 90-mile-per-hour winds, 3 miles in about 7 or 8 minutes. And there was also another confirmed tornado here northwest of Lowell around Cumberland and Bennett. It was only about a half a mile long. It lasted a minute, but it was enough to produce some wind damage there. Showers and storms over Berry County right now. Those are where the strongest storms right now. There's a little bit of lightning, especially just north of Kalamazoo County. These are all negative lightning strikes. They're coming from the bottom of the cloud. These are positive lightning strikes from way up around 40,000 feet. Those are the stronger of the lightning strikes. Now, we've got a stationary front right overhead. This is where the focal point for the showers and storms will be for the next day and a half or so. There are the thunderstorms right now heading to the northeast. There'll be a few more overnight tonight, and then we'll quiet things down until later on tomorrow afternoon, when right around noon to about 5 p.m. we'll watch this line of showers and storms come on through. And then once that moves on through, I think it's going to be pretty much to an end to our rainfall, and then after that we will dry things out through the upcoming weekend. So the rain here tomorrow, about an inch, about a half an inch on Wednesday. Look at all those goose eggs through the holiday weekend. We hope that does hold. We could still get a couple of inches of rain yet. Dew points will be very high here tomorrow, but look at this, comfortable starting Thursday through at least to Saturday, and then we'll be back into that tropical weather after that. So the forecast for tomorrow, we're looking at temperatures climbing into the mid and upper 70s north to 80 south. Up north, you can expect mid and upper 70s to near 80 with a scattered shower or a thunderstorm at any time, and they could produce some strong winds, and low and mid 80s here over the greater Grand Rapids area and points southward. 13 on your side forecast. Drying out starting late Wednesday through the entire holiday weekend into next Monday, and then more stormy weather starting next Tuesday night through the following Thursday.